What's up guys, welcome back to the next video where we're going to start the motor pull today on the WRX and get the real maintenance addressed in this video. I know I told you guys last year how I pulled the motor and I rebuilt it. I'll implement some shots here, but now we're finally going to get to the real maintenance that needs done, but let's get to it. Alright guys, so for today I think we're just going to take apart all the accessories, you know, get the battery out, get the intercooler out, intake, maybe take the belts apart, really just taking apart everything so that way we can get the engine as free as possible to lift it out when we get to that point. That bolt, these other ones to take off on the plastic. Now we gotta take those off for this side of the bumper, and then we'll go to the next side, and then I believe there's a few underneath, and then we'll get the bumper off. Three different types of clips. What the? And this is my bolt container for last year. When I ripped the car apart, as you can see, most things are already labeled. Just made this one because I didn't take the bumper off last year. I would highly recommend, if anybody's doing a project like this, I highly recommend doing something like this. It's really helpful, and it helps you not lose your bolts, lose track of things. It at least keeps it more organized, so that way, if you do lose things, you know where they're at or where they could be. Sometimes things do get lost anyway, though, but this really helps prevent it. Alright, now on the next side, same thing. Let's get it. Looked under the car, there's one here, like two of them right there and right there on the front bumper, and on the same side as the other fender liner on the other side. So we'll get those off real quick and then the bumper should be off. Got them all off. It was real simple. is partially taken apart, we can finally really get to the engine side of things and really start taking all of those accessories off. We're taking off this intercooler, so we got 2 bolts over here, another bolt or 2 over there, should be 3. Fortunately, this one's messed up a little bit. Also really good to label this. This goes to the blow-off valve, so I'm going to put some tape around this so I can also remember that this also goes to the blow-off valve, so that way I don't lose track. Alright, should be free now. We're going to take out the alternator and the battery. I honestly probably should have started with that, but the car's already dead. There is no, I opened the door, there's no lights, nothing, not even like a signal, like a buzzing noise or nothing, so it should be fine, but probably should have started with it, but it'll be okay. Oh wow, that one wasn't even really tight. Alright. This one, yeah, don't judge that. It's fine, because that's actually tight on there. Alright, there we go. Alright, all done. Now to tackle the alternator. Maybe it's the alternator. Built out. got the alternator, the batteries out. Now we just got to take the emissions starter box out, move the AC over in the battery area, and same thing with the power steering. We just take that and flop it over here. Other than that and fuel lines, that's all we got to do, and those things won't take me that long. Then I'll just have to undo the exhaust, the transmission bolts and the motor mounts, and then we're basically there. Alright, let's get to it. I did forget, I do need to take the coolant and radiator out and drain the fluid, but other than that, it should be it, okay? Trust. It's just 12 and 14. Why is this one a 13? Yep, that worked beautifully. And now we just got this line in the back, and this whole thing should be free. Might need some WD-40. Oh, maybe not. We're just that good. I'm just gonna put the bolts back in these and tape them down so that way they don't come out. And I'm just gonna put it off to the side. So that way when I put the whole canister to the side, I don't lose the bolts with it. They're in their spot. And it's also a good way to keep track with also doing this container that I have, my bolt container, so that way we don't lose stuff. Just a better idea to keep track of all your stuff. You should do it. Highly recommended. Alright, I'd love to get the power steering and the AC out. But I think what I need to do first is pull the coolant out and the radiator and drain the oil. I just really have been pushing that off for a bit because I don't want to do that. I'm probably going to get some coolant in my mouth or something. But yeah, let's get to the nasty stuff. It's okay, I don't have them Harbor Freight jack stands, but to be honest, I don't know what brand they are, so it could be just as bad. Alright, we're gonna drain the oil first because it shouldn't be that messy. My hand might get a little messy, but that's the risk I'm willing to take right now because coolant, it's gonna get fucking everywhere. Pretty much empty. Put our ready oil magnet drain plug back on. Alright, really snug, because don't over tighten them things. We'll clean all that up. Yep, never happened. like it never happened. Let's see if we can't make a huge mess out of this. Shit! Alright. We didn't get it in my mouth, so it's a solid plus. Alright, while that's slightly draining, we could probably take these radiator brackets off and take out the expansion tank. That way we're one step closer, and when we take off the power steering and the AC, it's not gonna hit up all against the radiator and the hoses, so it'll just come right off, no issues, and we're probably gonna get more coolant everywhere, but hopefully we can get out as much as we can. Disconnected, we can take this out, so we just have that much more room. Just one less thing off our hands to take care of. Oh man, I forgot about that one. Hopefully this thing's empty. Like this is another thing that the bolt I got out of it, just put it there and just throw some tape over it. Alright, good to go. Now we should be able to take this off. Take these out, leave them in there, put them off to the side, maybe tape them. Oh yeah, do need to take the fans out. Right, got that out. We should be able just to move this over and move this over. I gotta take this belt off too though, so I'll probably do that once I loosen these bolts for this, and then this should come off. Extendo on extendo, because I don't have a long boy. Oh wow, that wasn't bad. Hey, got it. Oh. I hate that. Be free on all these bolts. There is one back there, but I didn't replace it last year. 3 bolts will do it. Weight reduction. Alright, just like that, the AC belt is off. Somebody is cranking their hog right now. You're just gonna take this and completely move it over. And we're just gonna drop it right here. So that leaves this whole area wide open, and that way these AC harnesses, they kind of just stay with the car when you pull the motor out, so that way you don't have to leak your AC or do anything, and it's just right there. Same thing with the power steering. The power steering is going to flip over to this side, and then that power steering will just be completely a part of the car, and that way when we pull the motor, this will just be over there, and we pull the motor out, and power steering doesn't need new fluid. It just stays there. We don't have to bleed it. Same thing with the AC. We don't have to refill it. It just stays there. That way it makes everything really easy on me, so I don't have to deal with more fluids. It's really just coolant and oil I'm messing with. If I wanted to, I could put transmission fluid in, but that's not really needed because I'm not pulling the transmission. If you are taking this on, just use this as a quick tip or whatever, but you can just move those to the side. It makes your life a lot easier. Got our AC bolts. I know, it looks terrible, but it's gonna go in the AC one. And there's our missing bolt from last year that we're probably still not putting back in, and it's so crusty, we're not doing anything. So now that we're done doing coolant, we can move that and put it elsewhere. Alright guys, fortunately that's all the time I have today. Wish I wasn't making it a two-parter video, but it seems like I'm gonna have to. But we're really close to pulling the motor out. Looks like we just got fuel lines, the main wiring harness part, which is not too bad. It literally will take like a minute to do. Power steering, motor mounts, transmission bolts, and the starter, and that should really be it. But looking at the progress we made tons of progress today. Yeah, that's the wiring piece that we just pull that piece back and it'll come off. Power steering, fuel lines, and like one or two miscellaneous like hoses, like vacuum hoses, and then it should be free to come out. But yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in to the video. Stay tuned for the next one.